Good evening, I'm Laura Lee. Thanks for joining us. Dan has the night off. A major announcement on the fate of the former golf course in Duluth today. Leaders with the Duluth Economic Development Authority chose the developer they're hoping will shape the future of Lester Park. Northern News Now's Rob Coles breaks down the plans and the timeline for the project.
After more than 80 years as a golf course, Lester Park may be changing course, becoming a place to live. The Duluth Economic Development Authority announced Wednesday they've chosen a developer named Apiden, offering them an option agreement.
This option agreement that allows them to purchase will not allow them to purchase until we have a mutually agreed upon development agreement.
Chad Ronchetti with DEDA says Apiden was one of two developers that turned in proposals for Lester Park to create a residential and mixed-use community on 37 acres of the property. He says their approach received unanimous support.
This approach called for a level of ownership out there through co-op living, which is vertical multifamily, but with an ownership structure. The Apiden proposal provided the most community benefit through senior housing in particular.
This is Apiden's conceptual site plan. It says they'll build in 3 phases with the idea of creating around 635 housing units, affordable, senior, and market rate apartments for all ages, plus co-ops for purchase. Apiden has constructed many communities around the country. They've even got a project in Hermantown that broke ground last year, making them the best contender.
From this point on, I'm hoping that we get the qualified and capable and sophisticated development group that we selected, and I have no doubt that we will.
Hoping for a new kind of hole-in-one. In Duluth, Rob Coles, Northern News Now.
Rob, thank you. Now, DEDA has to greenlight Apiden's plans before they take full ownership of the property. If all goes well, construction could begin on the first phase in 2025.